And we're live, guys. We're ready to go. Back again on a Monday morning with our boy Carbs for Rogue Actions Part 2. We are up and running today. Carbs, great little video, dude. We just did a little while ago on your channel. Heck of a lot of fun. Good topics today. Bad Batch and Conquest chat, man. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. You know it.
Yeah. So now we got a couple here more as well, guys. If you're brand new to this channel, smash that red button. Super important to help us grow this awesome channel, because that's what it's all about, guys. We've got to keep building and keep rolling here and becoming even more awesome. That's the plan of attack. Now, Cubs, we've got 3 topics on our side. We've already covered 3 on Cubs. The link is below to Cubs video. It's an absolute cracker. You'll go and watch that straight after this. Don't go yet, because we just got a few more to do. Scale back afterwards once we're done. But Cubs, we need to talk about, some might call this low-hanging fruit. Now, we need to talk a bit of matchmaking, dude. Now, we haven't had any real changes to the matchmaking process in this game for a heck of a long time now. Mm-hmm. Now, I normally am not the kind of guy to sort of I'm not a whinger. I'm not a serial whinger. I'm not a complainer. I roll with things as they go, right? I'm in territory war this war, okay, with a guild with 50 million more GP than me. Now, I just don't see how that is cool. I don't get it. I think I'm quite frustrated with the matchmaking these days, and more a case that in both territory war and GAC, there's really no real correlation between characters and their mods. That's the trick. So the GP I can accept, but when you're going up against a guild or an opponent that has double the amount of mods you do, I just don't see that being a fair contest. Now, we know how important mods are in this game, Cubs.
Yeah.
I just think that, is it time to look at the algorithm and maybe make mods a bit of a factor when it comes to PvP matchmaking in this game? Because I know a lot of people get super frustrated when they open it, find out what they're up against and go, yep, well, this one's all over. Move on to the next one.
Sorry, it's a good question. Are you talking more primarily GAC or Territory Wars, or both?
Both.
Okay.
That's the thing. I mean, it doesn't factor in either. That's my point. So again, are you okay with the matchmaking as it is at this point in time, that it doesn't include things like mods and other factors in the game? Or are you more than happy with how the matchmaking is going at the moment?
So for Territory Wars, I would say I don't really care that much, because Territory Wars just, I have purposely landed myself in a guild where Territory Wars isn't our primary focus. We're more relaxed about it because the rewards aren't even that great anyway. If I was in a hyper-competitive Territory Wars guild, I might feel differently. I might not. I don't know. So it's hard for me to really say I've got a strong opinion about Territory Wars matchmaking. For GAC, I'm kind of okay with it. Here's my gauge. It's anecdotal. Now, you may feel differently, and maybe you could make a case for me on this one. And maybe I could see it for you. From my anecdotal perspective, I have very rarely ran into an opponent where I felt like the matchmaking made it impossible for me to win. I feel like I can't remember the last match that I didn't feel like was a winnable match. And so for me, I feel like matchmaking's fine, but maybe it's because for whatever reason, the algorithm, the way that my mods are, it favors me. I don't know. Maybe I've got some bias in the system that's benefiting me there.
No, that's fair. Absolutely. I find mods, I mean, speed is king in this game across all aspects still. It doesn't matter what you do to change that. We know how important speed is. If you don't have the speed on your characters, you're not going to go first. They're generally going to roll on top of you, and more often than not, you're going to drop a battle against them and possibly lose a GAC round or a territory war battle, right? That's how this game is built. It's all based around speed, and I know that characters have been released to try and shut down that speed, like, you know, Jedi Knight Luke, for instance, Moff Gideon, guys like that, where the turn meters sort of thing is taken away and the speed is not as important. But overall, when you compare how important speed is and mods like that in this game, and to not even factor speed in and going up against guys that are double yours, and therefore when they're loaded into the game, they all go before one of your characters goes, it's game over before you start. Because if you're not already dropping a battle, you're wasting teams trying to clean it up, and you're already on the back foot before you start. I just don't see that as a fair contest. I think the beauty of it is that, especially with GAC side of things, I think the beauty of it is it's always been a test of your roster, not a test of your mods. And that to me is something that I find a little bit frustrating.
So are you running into matches where you feel like you're completely outgunned, you have no chance of winning?
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Absolutely. There is no doubt. I mean, I went up
I think that's a good gauge. That's a good gauge. Yeah. If matches like that are happening a lot, then yeah, I think matchmaking probably deserves to be looked at, because I think for the most part, most matches should be winnable. Most matches should be winnable. And that's where I feel like I'm at. I feel like for me, it's very rare that I come across a match where I look at my opponent and go, I've got no chance. I can't remember the last time that happened to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I own every loss is me, not my mods, not my lack of farming, not getting out whaled, but I made a mistake and I deserved to lose.
Oh, if you make a mistake, you accept it and you cop it, and that's fine. I'm good with that because that's on you. That's cool.
Yeah, that's why I'm fine with matchmaking right now for me, but it sounds like for you it's different.
And every character, when you go in and you don't even get a shot before they all go, I don't see that as a fair contest. I just don't see.
The mods should probably be factored in. I think it just kind of depends. And it's something I wonder about too. I hear about matchmaking concerns, and sometimes I wonder how much of it is a crutch where somebody is losing and they go, matchmaking, and how much of it is.
Yeah, I see that. No, I see that.
How much of it is maybe we just need to take ownership of our losses a little bit more and go, you know what? I screwed up and I need to farm harder. I need to reallocate my mods and this kind of thing. But there's definitely a line to that. The mod gap can be significant enough where there's nothing you can do. But even then, I mean, I've beat opponents who have better mods than me on paper, but I just out strategy them. And then I've had people who have worse mods than me, and I've got them out modded, and they beat me because they out strategy me, or I make a stupid mistake. And so I don't know. I don't know if some people probably come at me for this, but I don't know if I feel like matchmaking is that big of a deal right now. But it's just anecdotal. It's my experience.
And that's fair. Again, look, everyone's opinion is different when it comes to this, but I think it should be at least looked at. And I think that we're so far down this game with all of these new characters and all of these requirements for relics as well. And to be fair, mods are more still important than relics.
Yeah.
I believe that. And I don't think that's healthy. I really don't. But that's just my opinion. That's completely different to the conversation.
You don't think mods are more important than relics?
Absolutely they are. No doubt whatsoever.
Or you don't think they should be?
I think that if you've got a higher relic character, that should get a bigger advantage that it's getting at the moment if your character's got less speed on it. Yeah. That's just my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah. I would disagree. I think mods should be the most important thing based on the way the game has been formed. Now, would I go back in time and change mods and how important they are? Yes, I would. I would rather mods not be as emphasized, but that's the world we live in. That's how the game has been formed, and with how much of a long game mods are to farm. Like if you are somebody in this game who spends as much time farming mods as some people, then you deserve that advantage because it's an incredible grind. And sure, somebody may come at me and be like, "Oh, well, Cubs mods are RNG." Well, yeah, they're technically RNG, but they also if you put enough time into it, the RNG is going to eventually work in your favor, and you're going to have the better mods. And so I feel like that's the most valuable resource in this game, and it should be what gives you the advantage.
Yeah, this is a good little conversation. It really is, because whilst the easy answer is you should be farming mods harder than you already are, I think that should be relatively irrelevant, because if you're going up against someone with the same kind of roster as you, with the same type of mod level that you've got, I think that's a fairer competition, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I see it the same way you do. I feel like mods are king in this game. And something that I love about mods, I'll just put it this way, from more of a free-to-play player's perspective, is I feel like mods are kind of an evening factor in this. I mean, obviously, there's a line of, if you're going to wail on mods, then you might get to a pretty intense level of modding, but I also feel like people who really wail on mods are going to be in that Kraken echelon anyway, and I'm not going to see them. And so if you spend the time investing on mods, it's about time. It's not about money spent for most people. It's just about the prioritization.
Yeah, I think if you get a few mod packs from time to time, or you're spending extra crystals getting mod refreshes, you're going to get an advantage, right?
And you should.
Yeah, and that's fair. That's fair.
I mean,
love this conversation.
It's a mod. This game is mods. That's what this game is.
It's Galaxy of mods. You're right.
Now, should it have been that way to begin with? We can have that debate, but that's the way it is. And so the people who spend the most time invested on mods, I feel like those people deserve the advantage they get.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see. Guys, tell me what you think. It's a cool conversation.
Yeah.
Let us know what your thoughts are. Are you happy with the way things are with that? Are you happy with the matchmaking? Yes or no? It's a really cool little chat. And again, I'm not one to suck and complain. Not my style. I just think it's maybe time to look at it. That's just my opinion. And really, everyone has a different opinion. That's just the way the world is, straight up. So anyway.
The moral of the story is
Heinzie needs to work on his mods.
I've been working on them for months. It's definitely benefited me enormously. But now
you work on your mods, I'll work on my ships. All right, Bad Batch man. Let's talk about this.
Hey, I didn't even bring ships up, bro. I didn't even go there. I was being nice.
I'm happy to admit my weaknesses.
Oh, where do I start? We could go on for hours about that. We'd run out of video. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. Now we do obviously start seeing some of the Bad Batch characters this week, Cubs. And again, I'm thrilled about it. You're not happy about the rollout because it cuts out the Mando factor. You think that's it? We'll see how that goes in the coming weeks and months. But my question is that we're going to have a lot of Bad Batch characters all dropping week after week after week for the next few weeks now. Are they worth going after? Are they going to make a difference to our rosters? Are they going to be something that could possibly take down a high-end team or not? I obviously see the potential to really do some great damage when it comes to Lightside GOTB. That's a team that we need more. We need some more teams in there to combat that and do some good work in there. I see these guys are built for that. But are they going to be good anywhere else or just in Lightside Geo?
So here's my take right now. I am not going to invest a dime into the Bad Batch. And people are going to tell me that I'm butthurt right now, and that's fine. But look, when they gave us Mandalorian characters, they gave us nothing that significant, all right? They gave us maybe Dark Trooper's the best character they gave us. He's got some pretty solid standalone use. He can slot into a Troopers team. They've got Moff Gideon. I think he's got some great use. But they didn't give us a really good team, right? And so why should I have confidence from the get-go that Bad Batch is going to be a really great team? I think they should be, and I want them to be, but I am not going to buy into that until I see it, personally. Because they just, the last several times, I mean, the best non-galactic legend team we have in the game still is Gas. And then it's Darth Revan. And then maybe it's Jedi Luke or CLS or something like that. I just don't have confidence that they're willing to top those teams right now and what they're bringing out. They're bringing out, top 15 teams. Maybe it's a team that slots in at rank 11 or 12 or something like that. And that to me is just not sexy enough to want to invest into it.
Okay, let me give you a yes or no.
Hit the butthurt button.
For this? Okay, I want to give you a yes or no. You ready for this? I need some yes or no answers. Okay. Will these teams be taken out by Bad Batch? You ready for this?
Okay.
Gas.
No.
5 first.
No.
Okay. Jedi Knight
no.
Revan. Jedi Knight
no.
Luke. It's going to take out Grievous.
It should, but I don't have that confidence right now. I can barely do that with Bo-Katan.
Okay. Jedi Knight Revan.
No.
It won't even take out Revan.
I don't think so.
Really?
Prove it, CG.
Okay.
Prove it.
Okay.
Right now, they've shown me nothing. They haven't shown me that they can bring in a new truly viable team. Yeah, the chat's telling me I'm salty. I am salty because I wanted a great Mandalorian team, and we don't have it.
How about
where's my great Mandalorian team?
Will it take out the bugs at least?
freaking should. Now, let's talk about should it. I think it should take out Gas. It should take out Darth Revan. It should take out all these teams because it's a new comprehensive team. The Bad Batch look awesome. I think they should be good. But based on what they did with Mandalorian, I'm just lacking the confidence that they're going to bring out a truly viable team.
Oh, interesting. Look, I think I don't think it's going to take out Revan. I don't think it's going to take out Gas. I agree with that. Darth Revan, it would be cool if you took him out. I think that would be great because at the moment, you know, in GAC you need to use something more top end to take him out if you're too slow. I reckon that would be pretty funky if you could do it for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely needs to take out Bugs. Definitely needs to take out Grievous. I mean, it's made to kill separatists, right? Let's be honest.
What we deserve is a team that Gas struggles to beat. That Darth Revan struggles to beat. And that it's not like if you get your mods just right and if you get this specific strategy and if you throw Watt in there, you can beat Darth Revan, right?
Yes.
You can find a way to finagle a win against Darth Revan. No, I want a team that comfortably beats Darth Revan. That Darth Revan struggles against. It's time. It's not that I'm a fan of the power creep. We haven't had a really great team hit the game in a long time. I'm ready for something new that's good, not a galactic legend.
I like it. I know where you're coming from.
I'll admit it. I'm reveling in disappointment right now because I really thought that the Mando was going to be that. I thought he was, and I've got this great Mandalorian squad, and I'm disappointed with it. I'm sad that I invested money into it.
Yeah, and I agree. There's no one more. I'm as disappointed as you are. I mean, I love my Mando characters. We all do, absolutely, and they're squishy, and they shouldn't be.
Yeah,
Straight up.
And that's fine. The way to mitigate that is don't be a sucker and buy into it before you see how it goes, right? So I'm personally look, if Bad Batch ends up being on the level of a CLS team or a Gas team or a Darth Revan team, then that's a team I'm going to want to invest in, right? But for now, I'm going to sit back and wait. I'm just going to, I'm going to farm the characters free to play, and I'll put them in my shard farming priorities once they go live because I just think that's a good idea for any new character. But I'm not going to go too far out of my way until I see like it's proven that they've got some legitimate viability.
You're not going back to your free to play pledge again, are you?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just not keen on it. I feel like here's how I feel. I feel like I wasted money on Bo-Katan, on getting Beskar Mando, and on getting Moff Gideon. I feel like I wasted money on those characters. Like I'm glad I have them now, but they're not nearly what I thought they would be.
I
think a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah. I'm okay with Mando. Don't love him. I love IG-11. I love Quill because I use them in other ways. They're very helpful in other ways. I love them. That's great. Bo-Katan for me is definitely the one I'm most disappointed about so far.
Totally.
No doubt.
Yeah, comfortably.
Because it's getting taken down by. I'm seeing reports it's getting taken down by bugs. Like it just no offense, but that just should not happen. It just shouldn't.
And I felt this way too. By the way, mind you, I felt this way about Mon Mothma too.
No, Mothma again. She's been pretty solid when Kara came in, though. She's pretty solid still.
She's but Traya walks all over her, man.
Yeah, but Traya walks over a lot of teams. To be fair, that insta kill from Nihilus, he's been doing damage for years. That's nothing new.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen CG bring out a new team that was really worth going for. You know?
Yeah.
Like right now, I feel a lot more value in going after Troopers right now. That's what I'm going for. And
Troopers are amazing. I'm loving, as I said, I'm loving Frank the Tank. I'm loving Dark Trooper. I'm loving our boy Frank the Tank. He's doing some good work. He's fantastic. Big fan. Big fan.
I hope they end up being amazing. I hope they do. Right now I just lack the confidence.
Yep, no, and that's fair. And I can't blame you for that either, because again, a little bit disappointed overall. But again, I still think there's other stuff coming. Anyway, let's move on to the viewer's choice question, Cubs. It's been a cool conversation today, man.
Let's hope that I'm not butthurt about this one.
No. So we're down the viewer's choice conversation, the viewer's choice question, I'm sorry. We're ready to go, guys. We do this every week. It's pretty simple. We check the comments, of course, put the comments below with your questions in, or even better, go to the Heinzie server. It's below there as well. The link's there. Jump in there. Lets you know when we go live, of course, but also there's a channel called Rogue Actions Topics, okay? And put your question in there. It's really simple. If it's a good one, we ask it. If it's a crap one, we won't ask it. It's that damn simple, right? Straight up. So the question this week came from the YouTube comments, actually. Mike Kell gave us a great question this week, Cubs.
Okay.
Funny that you mentioned Wat Tambor not that long ago, actually. It's a bit of a segue, which was nice. The question is this from our boy Mike. What are the best uses these days for Wat Tambor? We have so many new characters now since he was brought into the game, but not a lot of information on where to use him the best.
What I think about that question is, well, I don't know. What can you say about it, right? What can you say about it? What gives? There's so many different places. I'm being a dad here.
No, you're doing good. Yeah, full dad joke action. Cubs in full dad joke action right now.
It's the thing about Watt is that I don't think there's any greatest place to use him. He's so immensely flexible that I feel like Watt is a character that is just, it's going to depend on your roster where you end up using Watt the most. And so I don't know if I have like a specific answer for that question. Like, here's the best place to use Watt. I think that answer is wherever's great for you. I use him every day in my arena climb because I put my I use him to get Luka some weapons tech, and that way I can get a turn up on gas, stun gas, so he doesn't reduce my cooldowns, and then it makes that mirror match a lot easier. And so that's probably my most valuable use for Watt is on my arena climb. But I also use him a lot in GAC and sticky situations. I think he works great with the JTR comp on defense because he always gives JTR that tank tech, which is actually really great paired with her foresight. So there's a bazillion places to use Watt. I can't say what the best place to use him is. I can't do that because the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Where you use him, yeah, that's the best place. They're all the best places.
There is no doubt whatsoever that Wat Tambor is by far probably the most versatile character in this game with Thrawn. They're the two. They're
He's more versatile than Thrawn.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree with that. Thrawn has been, definitely the staple for a long time before Wat was brought into this game. But they released him plug and play. Put him anywhere and he works. I personally have been using him with my Sith Eternal Emperor. That's been working really well for me, both in Arena and GAC. If he gets the shield tech on, obviously on Sith Eternal, he's unkillable. He's fantastic. I really, really
almost
enjoy
everybody uses him with a GL.
Well, why wouldn't you? Because it buffs them even more than they already are. That's obvious.
I think that says a lot right there. That people are using him to beat GLs or using him with GLs. He's literally everywhere. I have yet to find a team that Watt doesn't help.
Yeah, but we had some fun taking him down a Padme team before in 3v3 with Barriss and Kenobi, and we actually used, of all people, with Wat Tambor, we used our boy Wampa and took it down, destroyed it in 3v3. So there's another off the cuff way that our boy Wat Tambor works with Wampa as well. So there is no wrong answer when it comes to Wat Tambor. He's a superstar. He's an absolutely fantastic character. And I'd love to have 2 or 3 of him. I'm not going to lie. It would be really great, Cubs, to have quite a few Wat Tambors in our roster that we can use in a few different ways.
I could see Tech being a little bit like Wat Tambor from the Bad Batch. I'll have to see.
Ooh,
maybe it's just because his name is Tech. I think Tech from Watt. I don't know. That's probably why.
It makes sense. Wat Tambor style, throw out the tech.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Give Tech some tech. Let's go.
Guys,
not wailing on it though.
Let us know in the comments below. Where's your best fit for Wat Tambor? What works for you? What do you like the best? Let us know in the comments. Absolutely. And of course, please feel free to smash that red button. Give us some thumbs up. Give us some love. That would make a huge difference to this channel. I can't say that enough. Thank you so much for everyone's support so far. Cubs, do your streaming obviously this week. You got a big week coming up with finishing Friday on YouTube again, brother?
Always.
Love it. Fantastic. We're going to have a great week here as well on Twitch on Friday night. US time, we actually have some live guests. My boy Lego Calrissian will be joining me live in the studio here with a few other legends as well. So we're going to have a lot of fun. DJ and Kakarot, we're going to have a ball with some guys live with me in the studio. It's going to be nuts. It's always fun when you have some people in the studio with your Cubs. Always good to catch up with them. So looking forward to it. But guys, please smash the red button. We'll see you again next week. Cubs, always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful week, bud. I hope everything goes well. Hope your streams go great. And, dude, anything you want to say before you wind this up, brother?
I would just like to respond to Poby. She was asking me if I was awake, and the answer is no.
Weekend to Bernie's right there, straight up. He's up and running, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week. Take care. Love you all. See ya. Bye. Mwah.
Bye.